Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Mama Jojo. I attended a Guyanese wedding. I was in Guyana over the holidays, just to relax. We work too hard in America, so sometimes we have to take a break. So I was with my beautiful Guyanese family, and their son and the daughter. The daughter was getting married, so I decided to vlog a couple of things that's a little different from our culture. I am from Liberia and lived in America for a while now, so I'm just gonna vlog some of the things that I liked and the differences, and talk about the differences as well. I will let you watch the rest of the video, but I will throw highlights on things before the actual footage come up. So these are the bridesmaids. The bridesmaids, they all got dressed at the in-law, at the groom's cousin's house, and that's lovely Shelby there. She's so beautiful. And that's the brother-in-law, or that's the brother of the groom there. And these are the groommen. So they all dressed at this house. We're in Berbice, Guyana, and that's the bride. She's so lovely. And that's her bridesmaids who have pink on, and the color were like green, pink, and white. And you can see how they're all dressed up, and that's some of the bridesmaids. They brought a makeup artist there, and what I noticed was like the makeup artist charged $25 to do makeup, so compared to America, right? So that's the bride. She was ready now to go, and we left and we drove ahead. We went up to she's beautiful. Look at her eyes, smoky eyes. So we went up and we drove to the church. The church is an Assemblies of God church. So actually an SDA church. So the wedding had to be held on Sunday instead of Saturday. So we were at the church, and the groomsmen came and they sat ahead of time. And then we're waiting for the bride and everybody to come. So as you can see, we are in the church. Everybody's situated, the pastors, the clergymen, and everybody is right there. Everybody's just waiting, And then those are the grooms, the ring bearers there, and those are the bride and the groom kids. They have three beautiful, handsome boys. So that's them there waiting with the flower girls. So everybody was sitting and waiting for the bride to come. And of course, this is a third world country, so the wedding should have started around like 2 o'clock according to the invitations, but it did not start until around, I think, 5. But it was a short ceremony. It was not long at all. The minister preached and everything. Yeah, so that's it. That's how I'll let you watch it, and then as the footage go along, I will just show you guys different things. So that's the bridesmaids, they're waiting, and those are some of the guests. But for the most part, most people went to the reception, because when we got to the reception hall, it was full. Yeah, so that's a big footage picture of them there. And then everybody was just waiting around as usual for the bride to come. It's a really small church, and that's the minister there. That's the pastor there. He's waiting as well. He had like the marriage license and everything there, and his wife was there to assist him as well. I think the leaders in the church were there to help him as well. So that's the groom standing up there, and now the bride was there, and that's her bridesmaids in the pink dress there, and those like her bridesmaids. These are her pedestals and her ring bearers. There had it was a family wedding, so they kind of put all the family in to the wedding. Yeah, so they were waiting for her to come, and this is how they marched in. The groomsmen and the bridesmaids marched together. Yes, that's what they did. The groomsmen and the bridesmaids marched together, and that's a footage of the picture there. So we can see that's how they did it, and you wouldn't believe it. These are all professional people. Like this one, the second bridesmaid, that is a medical doctor, and they are all family. So I like how they did it. So that's how they all marched in together, and everybody, they were separated. The groomsmaid went one way, the bridesmaid went one way, and we left the front seats. Benches. Like this lady here is a medical doctor. She's a really good medical doctor. She's so young, you don't know it. She's studying in Cuba. And that's just family. And then after they walked in, everybody marched in, and Everybody went there, and then we left the first two benches, pews for the bridal party to sit down because after they administered the vows, they had to go into the signing of the marriage certificate, so they had to sit there for a while. That's what they're doing right there. And it was beautiful, but I cannot play the music because of Facebook strike, so I'm just going to talk about it. And that's the bride. That's all the bridesmaids there, and then I will show you all the groomsmen. Beautiful color, very simple, calm, demure wedding, and that's the bride and her uncle. And these are all the Peter Stewarts and her flower girls and her bride, groomsman, a ring bearer, and that's the son holding the ring. And this little girl's just pretty. She captivated my eyes. She was so good. And then they all said the kids were well behaved, well mannered, and the pastor preached. He encouraged them. I think he had been married for over 25 or 30 years, so he talked about his experiences as a husband, and that was good. And it was time for the bride to walk in, and she walked in. Her uncle walked her in, and you can see the dress there, but her bridesmaid was at the back of her, helping her to fix the dress as well. And that happened, yep. So we patiently waited for them to walk her up, and her uncle gave her up to her husband, and then the exchange of the marital vows began. And my goodness, they had the longest kiss. I don't know if I actually recorded that part, but it was really good. I love it. It was simple. The weather was good. We had some rain, but for the most part, Guyana is a beautiful country. It was safe for me, just that it's British inclined. The driving is opposite of the driving here in America. The driver's seat is on the right hand side, whereas in America, the driver's seat is on the left hand side. So yeah, that was something that I had to deal with. I'm from Liberia too, so we are kind of American inclined. So our culture and most of the things, our transportation system for the most part, like the laws are pretty much after the American system. So that was a little different there. So that's the brother of the groom and the best friend of the bride. So she was there. So they did that ceremony and everything went well. Everybody marched in and sat down, and they did the exchange of vows. The minister really preached and talked he gave a lot of life lesson because he's been married for a long time. So, and then they went to sign the registry, the marriage certificate, and I think they had to sign the marriage certificate, the one they had to register in the court, so he was there guarding them, and then they had witnesses to sign as well. So that process was, I don't know how it works, but I think that paper that looks with the carbon paper is what they have to go and register the certificate in the court, and then they had to do the documentation, recording in the church, and then they have to take that to the court as well, because once you get married, then you have to go back to the court to have it recorded. And that's the mistake some people can make. They get married and they forget to take it to the court, and then when something happens and they're like, oh, what's going on, but once you sign that paper, you have to take it back to court. So this is just a little teaching moment for all of us. And she's signing, her husband is signing, and then after that we had the bridesmaid sign and the pastor sign and showed them exactly what to do. He was explaining how it works. That's what the pastor was doing, and he did that. And then after that, we were ready to leave. So what they did was, I think they're putting all the paperwork together to take it to the courts. So the pastor had to guide them through it, and then I'll just let you guys watch that part until the next part come up. And then after that, they made they made like 2 rows, and they had their hands, And we do that in Africa. We call it a grand march where people dance and they come under them. So they did that in the church. That's something we do in Africa, but we don't do that in the church. We do it at a reception where we're doing a grand march, and people, it's really nice that they do it. It's kind of communal. I like it. But theirs were done in the church. So that's something different from ours. And but for pretty much it was pretty much the same. And there they play a lot of reggae music in Guyana. Oh my God, everybody plays reggae music, and the music is so good. So they had to arrange their hands over there. And yeah, and I was driving with one of the groomsmen's mother. So that's after the wedding there. So after that, they rented this place. There's a home, a beautiful home where people, they have a home where they have like gardens, like a botanical garden where they go to take pictures for weddings and everything for events. So that's where we drove down in Berbice. And Berbice is like I think 2 hours away from Georgetown. It's like a suburb. It's a very beautiful area. It's not too far from New Amsterdam where you have to cross a bridge, and I love it there. And yeah, that's the mother of the groom there. She was leaving the church. She was so happy. I was happy. And then later on we left. That's the sister of the groom there in the green dress, and that's family and aunts and everybody leaving the church. So when we left the church, they went out to the reception hall, but then we drove to this place. It's like a botanical garden where people take pictures. It's built very nice. They have different like house gazebo, different stands and everything. You guys can see where they sit and they take their wedding pictures. But it was at night and it had rained it had rained earlier, so the grounds were wet, so I couldn't go all around to take the pictures. And however, the wedding didn't start on time. They were supposed to start at 2 o'clock, and I think it started at 5 o'clock. So you see a little waterfall. I was supposed to go behind the waterfall. I was able to go back of the waterfall to show that, but further behind they have pictures and other like stands and huts, but I couldn't go there because the grounds were wet. And when I went to Guyana, I went with all slippers because of the hot weather. So that's the bridal party. They're going to do their photo shoots. So they all went, take their pictures, and yeah, I'll let you watch this part.
Like camera.
Don't put the camera on me.
You said put the camera on ENT.
Yeah. You're flashing me. No,
Oh, you look an African lady?
Most of the pictures.
You choke, man. You choke.
And I posted some of the bridesmaids pictures. Some of my African friends were like, "Oh, she's beautiful and she's single. And she's single." I'm like, okay, you ain't guy there in South America. You are in Africa. Come on now, let's do some matchmaking, right? So that was nice, and that's in like a hut over there. We went there, and they all took their pictures. Yeah. But it was dark at night. That's why I couldn't capture it. But this is a very beautiful place. So everybody was waiting for their turn, and he had the cameraman, the photographer. He had to call them up, like the bride and the groom, the bridesmaids. So they took turns to take the picture. You see, they're all happy, looking all good, beautiful. This girl's a medical doctor, the one with the glasses. Very smart lady. You see, they have a trampoline back there. So if he had been in a day, I would have gotten a better footage. But I tried because it was at night and it was raining.
Girl, I'll post a picture.
So I tried to get my best as the bride and the groom there.
You're so beautiful bride, beautiful bride, beautiful bride.
Little Stewart, her flower girl. Beautiful, beautiful wedding. Simple, elegant, well planned.
He's sticking.
Everybody had a wonderful time. Everybody had food to eat. Everybody, the music was good. The MC, it was just a beautiful, just witnessing God's divine plan. A man and a woman getting married, and the celebration was just great. She had a beautiful smile. And then after that pictures, we came down to the reception hall. That's her that's a little group of her flower girls and and ring bearers there. That's them. They're walking, dancing in. But again, to copyright issues, I cannot play that. So yeah, and yeah, the wedding is sat down. You can see the hall was prepared with it when the color team matched, and then we had the bridal party come in, the dancing, playing some really good reggae music. Yeah, that's where we are. They all came in dancing, happy, and the table was so. It's so funny. I did a video where I learned how to do the Guyanese dance. They can dance though. I will show you guys that dance is similar to whining, but if the men do it, it's so nice. Oh, the women do it, it's so, oh my goodness. Oh yeah, they can dance, man. I think I have a video of the kids dancing. I'll put that on my channel later on. So if you keep following, I'll upload more videos of the wedding. But I just have little footage here and there. But I just thought to do the full one, and I'm gonna put this on my other platforms as well. So yeah. So they marched in. That's the cameraman, and he can sing. He did a very nice song. For copyright issues, again, I cannot load that song. So then it was time. And then what they do is the bride, that's the mother of the bride and mother of the groom. So the tradition here is, yeah, we have the mother of the bride and mother of the groom and mother of the bride waiting to give the mother of the groom is going to give the mother of the groom is going to give the bride a drink, and the mother of the bride is going to give the groom a drink. This is the Guyanese culture. And they're playing some nice music. They were dancing. We were all dancing. Oh my God, I danced. I think I danced for 5-6 hours. I love to dance. And then, yeah, there they are coming. Yeah. And after they did the drink exchange, they did the cutting of the cake. The father-daughter danced, the groom danced, and then the wedding was over, And it was nice. And what they did was they served the food in a carry-out. So people really didn't have to eat there. Even though this table was set up, I think because it was late, so all the foods were set up and carry out, and they gave people bags to take the food with them. Yeah. So keep following. This is Mama Jojo. We'll drop my travel lost channel pretty soon, and you guys can see more details of my trip to Guyana. But it was a beautiful wedding. I love it. I love it. People were kind. They were kind, happy. And I'll do another one about the market. Yeah. So enjoy of this rest of this wedding. If you want to see more of my travel, subscribe. And I'm starting a travel channel as well. So I'm going to drop this as well. But this is my first trip to Guyana. So that's the exchange in the drink right now. Oh my God. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh. Yeah. So guys, continue watching, and I will see you when I drop the next one.